Hello and welcome to Market Trap with Raja. Today is the 31st of August 2020, and the way the market behaved, well, it definitely indicated that, well, the Ganpati Visarjan has arrived today itself. I am Raja Venkatraman, co-founder of NeoTrader and also your trading influencer. I've been in the market for more than 15 years. I've been happily married with a loving wife and an energetic son who keeps me on the run just like the markets. Well, friends, we've seen that we have been speaking about higher levels all through the last week. And even when we discussed about the way the bank nifty is getting positioned, we had spoken about higher levels, but we had also said that it is reaching an important zone, and the way the option chain is getting set is definitely indicating that yes, there is some short building up at higher levels. And we had also seen through the lens of Fibonacci extension and projection that there is a suitable target being reached. And now, when it happened right at the morning, well, it had reached the target zones, and those who watched the video were ready to act. And yes, that's why I got a lot of messages saying people have been able to benefit because we had analyzed that yes, these are the levels which you should watch out for on the Bank Nifty, and those levels did arrive. We will go ahead and take a look at how Bank Nifty is positioned, how the market is positioned, and we'll try and see how the charts are getting set for the days ahead. Now, before we get into that, what was one of the major triggers for today was the way the GDP numbers contracted, and what is the general opinion in the economic parlance is that April to June we have had a contraction in the GDP, and if we have a successive July to September, if we have a follow through of the same contraction, then you could technically be in a recession. Yes, we have already seen that the pandemic has impacted across all the sectors, and the way people are trying to recover from the pandemic, the way the people are trying to recoup either their job loss or the salary cut, it's quite a disturbing scenario out there. And yes, we are trying to recover, we are trying to make some changes, and the changes, some are getting benefited, but there are many people out there who are not yet got their share of their income. And yes, it is definitely a worrying scenario out there, and all this has now resulted in the GDP contracting, and now the impact of that has been seen today in the market itself. And there are other news flows which are emerging, and the global scenario, if you take a look at that, we will get into that scenario. The global scenario is also not looking too rosy. So let's try and find out what do we have in store and how are we going to handle the market scenario. So as we step into the markets once again at the end of August, we are definitely seeing that yes, the overall scenario is definitely indicating that yes, we could be looking at some pullback zone right now until some key levels are given up. So right now, right at the start of the week, we have already entered those key zones. So let's try and find out what is happening on the charts. Right now, what are you seeing on the screen? You are seeing the screen of all the global indices, and as I'm recording this video, it's not a great scenario out there. And we had spoken about Mr. India, whether the shorts have gone into a Mr. India mode. Answer is no, the shorts have come back, and the way they have come back, it is definitely in a very, very strong mode. And the whole outlook right now is suddenly turned turtle. Today, there is no sector which has gained. If you take a monthly scenario, yes, Nifty Media is one of the most is the topmost gainer. But then when you try and look at the whole markets right now, we are getting into this expiry on a very tepid note. Yes, the bullish sentiment is there, but then it suddenly disappeared. So right now we are like Tom Hanks in Castaway. You know, suddenly he gets stranded on an island and he doesn't know what to do. So right now, all the bulls are suddenly seeing that yes, the whole magic is suddenly disappeared, and what are they going to do now? Well, when we tell people to buy, they always want to buy on dips, and they always look for dips. And now when the dip has come, people are wondering whether should we be buying now or should we not. But don't worry, we will analyze and we'll find out what really has to be done. All right. So you can see here across the globe there are signs of red, so you can say we have a red carpet welcome as we start the week. But then we need to see how to move ahead and what kind of outlook to maintain. So first up, let's go and take a look at the charts of Nifty. This is the Nifty chart. You can see here a massive long body candle, a massive long body candle. And if you say, take a look at this long body candle, it is clearly a signal of an attempt to go up. We have been speaking about alternative candles. If you recall, we have been speaking about alternative candles, and alternative candles are definitely an indication of some bit of confusion. Confusion to रहेगा ही, markets are trying to go up, but what is actually there for the market to go up? Well, hope and optimism, but then soon at some point in time the hope and optimism will die down, and that's what has really happened here. Yes, the strong and cautious, I would not say strong, I would say more a cautious approach to the upside has now been given up, and you have seen a nice pullback to the 11,300 zone. You can see here 11,300 zone. Let me just mark that for you. You can see here 11,300 zone was an important zone that was tested for almost a month, and then today the entire move, which began from 11,300, has once again been retested. So this is going to be a key level to watch out for as we enter the day. Yes, it's a very clear evidence of bearish engulfing, but then we need to see how the market is going to behave, because at this juncture the trends are definitely not bullish. Yes, it is a pullback zone, and now we need to see some bit of recovery here. So let's why don't we go and take a look on the intraday charts and find out what is happening out there. So you can see here on the intraday charts there has been the last almost 1.5 hours has been spent in consolidating around this zone. So these levels of 11,300 is going to be an important zone, and as we enter the day tomorrow, we need to watch out for, at least we need to have a 30-minute closing below 11,300 before we decide on the further course of action as far as the Nifty is concerned. Okay, so now let's get into Bank Nifty. I'm going to be also analyzing on the USD/INR. So stay along, it's going to be a very interesting discussion. And those who are watching this video for the first time, I would like to have your love and support. I would like you to like our subscribe to our channel and also like this video, because you're going to get continuous different kinds of analysis. You can see here the way the Bank Nifty was moving. It was moving quite well. We had also done a projection. So let's go and see what really happened to that projection. Okay, so I have this tool here. It's called Fibonacci extension projection. We'll try and find out where is it headed. Okay, so right now we have said there is potential to go towards 26,500. Yes, potential. But then what has really happened is the intraday analysis which we had done, the intraday analysis of the charts which we had done, and we had arrived at a confluence. That confluence, for those who have been watching my videos regularly, I have mentioned that 25,200 is a very important confluence zone. And if that confluence zone is reached, well, the move in Bank Nifty has already been extending for quite a long time. And you can see here, yes, not quite a long time, I would say. If you say the last week, yes, the last week itself, we have seen a sharp move. And today, it did go open up. And if you just take a 15-minute chart, you will see that it opened up, hit 25,200, and then there was a consolidated move to the downside. So there was a damn good conviction out here that yes, This is a profit booking zone. So that is the power of the pivot confluence, which I show you every time. And those who have been tracking it will definitely agree with me that yes, that is a very, very nice way to track. So yes, you can see here there is a nice reversal possibility in Bank Nifty. It has reached the levels of the 1.272, which is also a very good target zone. So now for Bank Nifty to muster enough strength, it has to go above 24,400. It has to go about 24,400, else it's going to be a challenge for Bank Nifty. So right now it is at 23,750. So unless and until it gives a closing about 24,400, so we have a 700 point move, and that is going to be a range which you need to watch out for. So let's go down into the intraday and find out. Intraday Bank Nifty has got no clear supports as yet. On the downside, you got room till 23,000, which I have been saying as an important support area. So 23,500 was the pain point yesterday. So 23,500 would be keenly watched, because a move below 23,500 has got room till 23,000. So Bank Nifty is not looking in great shape, but then unless 23,500 is not broken, you could chance your arm for a move towards once again an important zone around 24,400. Unless and until you get a closing about 24,400, you should not be very aggressively long in Bank Nifty. Right now, Bank Nifty should be watched very carefully because it is not in a great shape right now. But then you could have a more ranged approach. So now you should rescale your targets and go for a short kind of opportunity here. All right, so this is the scenario on Bank Nifty. So now let's look at CNX IT. Well, I have been speaking about CNX IT for quite some time, and this is the setup on CNX IT. CNX IT, yes, you can see here on the charts, काफी दिनों से सुस्त है, and जो चाल हम देख रहे हैं बैंक निफ्टी में और निफ्टी में, it is not been reciprocated by CNXIT. And CNXIT is generally lazy. You can see here a very lazy laggard approach, and this could be one of the main draggers of the market tomorrow. You can see here that there is absolutely no interest, and the way CNXIT is moving, it is clearly evident that there is a possible distribution. And now if it were to go below 17,700, I've been maintaining those levels 17,700, and right now it is about to challenge those zones. And if it moves below 17,700, I can definitely vouch for a strong decline in CNXIT. So yes, CNXIT is the index to watch out for tomorrow. Nifty and Bank Nifty have already come near some crucial supports. So they are already at some crucial supports. 11,300, if Nifty is not broken, it's fine. 23,500, if Bank Nifty is it's not broken, it's fine. And in Nifty IT, 17,700, yes, 17,700 is under threat. And if that were to happen, then you could have a Humpty Dumpty all fall down in the market. Yes, it is definitely not an encouraging sign. News flows are not looking great. Lockdown getting extended, COVID cases rising, and also the contraction in GDP. Well, if we wanted to talk about some good news, I am not able to find any. So right now, absence of news triggers, and also not much of clarity out there. So that makes it a very somber way to begin the week. Well, we just hope that we get blessings from Lord Ganesha and we are able to take this whole market to the upside. And with that, I come to an end of today's edition of Market Wrap. I hope you got some insights into the market. And I would like you to share and subscribe to our channel if you're watching it for the first time. And I'd also like you to share this video with as many people as possible, because this kind of structured analysis is not done anywhere on the internet. I am Raja Venkatraman, co-founder of NeoTrader and also a trading influencer. I've been in the market for more than 15 years, happily married with a loving wife and an energetic son who keeps me on the run just like the markets. Have a good day, stay safe, stay healthy.